Hello beautiful souls, and welcome back. Today we are going to again use our little easel here. I talk about this more in last week's video, which I will link up above. But what we're going to do is we're going to use the Whispering Woods deck to get a card of focus, of intention. We're going to put it here and then we'll get clarifiers. But that'll kind of be the guiding force, the guiding message for this reading. Okay. So I'm not gonna lie, I actually already filmed I'm gonna say about 2/3 of this reading, and I apparently was not recording, so I'm just checking. Okay, I am recording. The word that had popped up before was the word kindness, but it clearly was not meant for everyone, and I just wanted to share a quick message of just being kind to yourself in the hard times. Be kind to yourself when times are tough, and also be kind to yourself when things are going great. You know, oftentimes we forget, when things are being really positive, really going smoothly for us, we forget to be kind to ourselves, and that may be one of the most important times to be kind to ourselves. But our new word for today is humility. Flowers are unaware of each other's beauty. They bloom regardless. This card has come out before. What reading? I just got this deck. I have not done many readings with it, but I have seen the card of humility already. But it's true, flowers are not aware of each other's beauty. They're not aware of their own beauty. Oh, I saw this hilarious meme that basically was like, flowers are waving their sexual organs in the air, and we're like, ooh, it smells so pretty. But it's true. I mean, that's exactly what flowers are doing. But, a flower does not judge its worth on its neighbor's beauty. It does not it does not remain within the little bud because its neighbor is so beautiful. It knows that it can be just as beautiful. And even if it's not, even if it loses a few petals, even if it wilts a little bit, it's still beautiful. It still smells fantastic, and it still brings joy to so many lives. Whether it is our lives as humans, whether it is the lives of pollinators, whether it is the lives of other animals that might seek refuge within the flower or within the nourishment of the flower. It just does what it's meant to do. It does what it's called to do. And it doesn't worry about someone else's beauty, and it doesn't worry about its own. Each one is humble and unique and extremely beautiful. Even what we as humans have dubbed weeds are still beautiful. We have a weed here that we are actually supposed to pull up, kill, do whatever we can to stop the spread. They're called noxious weeds. And it's the creeping bellflower. And so many people don't want to get rid of them because they are so beautiful, but they are so invasive here. But it doesn't care. It's just like, no, I'm sending out these beautiful flowers. I'm doing what I'm designed to do. And yeah, that's what it's doing. So we have 5 cards today. This is the Wildwood Tarot. So last week we had the wolf as well. And very interesting card with the wolf howling at the moon. Another very humble creature, a very powerful creature that doesn't go around parading its strength, its capabilities, right? It looks just like a little cuddly dog. Well, not little. Wolves are big. But, you know, they don't seem like these big, massive, intimidating creatures. But when they work together, they truly understand their strength and what they are capable of. And they work together for the weakest member of the pack. They work together for the youngest members of the pack. It doesn't matter your social standing within the pack. Your pack still looks out for you, still helps to provide you with food and nourishment and safety. Speaking of safety, we have the Guardian. Now this is actually the Devil card in a traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, but I love the Guardian as we're talking about the safety of a pack. We have the Three of Vessels, the Joy card. I love these three cranes dancing around their cups. Each one of those cups is unique, just as the crane above it. But they are all there together, enjoying life, enjoying their presence, and enjoying their beverage. We have the Ace of Bows, which is the spark of life. And then we have the Five of Vessels, which is the card of ecstasy. Oops. So as we move through this journey of life, we have to remember that there are times of joy, there are times of ecstasy, there are times of loneliness, there are times of desire, there are times when we don't feel the beauty of ourselves. Perhaps there's times when we see the beauty of others and feel bad about who we are, about the body we exist in, about the thoughts that we have. Our mental state, our physical state, our whole existence can be called into question at times, right? But when we really think back and we really connect with our spark of life, with what is bringing us joy in the moment, then we come back to center. We come back to our reason for existing, our reason for being, and that can really be humbling in many ways, because you stop doing it for other people's praise, you stop doing it for other people's opinions, and you realize that the best opinion to follow is your own, and that it doesn't matter what other people are doing or saying or how they look or how they're expressing themselves. If you can be uniquely you, however and whatever that looks like, then there is this beauty that doesn't exist when you try and hide yourself. You can be the most beautiful person in the world. You can be the most beautiful, let's go to the flowers as an example. You can be the most beautiful rose in the world, but in a field full of daisies, you'll always stick out. Even when you try and be the most beautiful daisy, you're still a rose. And you're still uniquely you. You still have your attributes. Even you could be a white rose in a field of daisies, not even like a red rose that sticks out like a sore thumb, right? You could be whatever color rose you want to be. You can blend in with your surroundings, or you can pop out with unique splashes of color. Whatever that happens to be, whatever your unique attributes, your unique quirks and traits. But until you begin to connect with yourself, and until you begin to allow yourself to be unaware of other people's opinions. I mean, we can all hear other people's opinions. We all hear things that people talk about and that people say behind our backs, or that people say about other people, and then you're like, oh, well, thanks for telling me what you don't like about that other person, but what you don't like about that other person totally just described me as well. When you can see beyond that, when you can see that a lot of criticism that people give is this weird socially defined construct that people learned through marketing and through behaviors of those around them as they grew up, and through, media. It's amazing that there are so many opinions that people share that really aren't even their own, right? I'm trying to think of an example that is YouTube safe. But, we have the card here of ecstasy, and I'm not going to talk about ecstasy. I'm going to talk about this woman dancing, right? I remember being a kid, and we had these Y dances. Like, they were video dances that were held at our local Y. A lot of people had school dances, kind of same thing. But there was kind of like this set standard for how people were supposed to dance. And if you danced how you wanted to, if you moved your body how you wanted to, people looked at you funny. And it's not that your dancing was bad. It's not that your dancing was really anything spectacular. I mean, maybe it was. Maybe you are a fantastic dancer. But what it was is that you were outside of the norm. You were expressing yourself. And you may have been having an amazing time. And yet people are like, oh, that's different. That makes me feel uncomfortable. I think there's also a reference in Seinfeld. Now this is going to date me for how old I am. But there's an episode in Seinfeld, and I know it still exists, within memes, of Elaine dancing. And her very unique dance style. But she didn't give two shits. She was dancing. She was feeling the music. She was loving it, loving herself, and just dancing. Right? So just dance. Don't worry about what the other flowers are doing. Just dance. Allow yourself to be motivated by that spark of life, and just, this guardian here, he's protecting you from naysayers, from negative opinions, but at the same time, he's holding in those thoughts within your head that are saying oh, don't do this because people are going to say things. Who cares if people say things? Move your body in ways that is comfortable for you. Dress your body in ways that are comfortable for you. Express your beauty, your inner beauty. And beauty is not gender specific. Beauty exists on all planes, right? It's not even human specific. We have beautiful flowers, we have beautiful crystals, beautiful candles, beautiful cards, beautiful humans. Be beautiful, inside and out. Be the beautiful human that you are destined to be. Well, that is your reading for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Love, light, and happiness to all of you. I'll see you next week. Bye.